Hey everyone, I'm Nico Chief Bricks. Today I'm building a nice little Clone Wars diorama scene involving my custom clone squad getting a mission brief from both Captain Rex and Commander Cody. So as you can see, I am building up the walls now. I didn't want to do a full enclosed room, but I also didn't want to just do no walls at all. So I decided to do 3 walls with one going to the rest of the base to show like a scene and a nice little diorama setup. So it was definitely a good idea doing that. Then I added 1 row of just dark red plates to add that clone base, as because if there was no red and it was just straight gray and dark gray and stuff, it would kind of look like an Imperial base. So you have to put some red in there for it to look like a clone base. So I wanted to get the walls not too tall, but also not too short, because I didn't want them to be clone level. I wanted them to be at least tall enough to where it doesn't seem odd. I then started tiling off the floor and trying to figure out what I wanted to do when it came to the interior itself. One thing I've always struggled with is base interior. So with this MOC specifically, I tried some different things, some different techniques and all that. And I found some interesting, some things to do for future MOCs and stuff like that. So this MOC really helped me explore and learn some new things. My main struggle and innovative process with this MOC specifically was doing all the control panels and making sure the room itself didn't feel very empty. And with what was final, I think worked a lot. So as you can see, there is the squad talking to Commander Cody and Captain Rex. So the whole floor is tiled off. So this was the part where I was just trying to create things and find things to just fill the room itself, to not make it look empty. But I also didn't want to add too much to where it felt cluttered. So I think I came up with a pretty good ratio. And here is the scene all finished. I am very happy on how it came out, and definitely seeing it now. The 3-wall build was definitely the right idea to do. It would be very weird with a 4th wall or just no walls at all. So this 3-wall idea was definitely the way to go. It definitely does look very good. And so just for a little explanation, this scene that I wanted to build is my custom clone squad, whose name is Phantom Squad. These 5 right here are getting their orders from Commander Cody and Captain Rex on their next mission, which I will build as another video. So kind of like a cool kind of story, and just kind of makes, MOCs have a little more meaning and a little more story to them. So it's a very cool concept, but I wanted to build them getting their orders first, and I wanted to really test out my interior building skills like I mentioned earlier in the video. So I am very proud of how it came out. So first off, I built 2 of these crates using snot techniques, so just to kind of add some more, if they weren't there, this side would feel very empty. And I feel like crates are always needed, just really anywhere. They can be in any room of like a clone base, so I feel like they don't look too out of place here. And then since this is kind of like a command room or a control room, whatever you want to call it, you gotta have control panels. So one, I built this cool little table here. It's just set on this little stand, and then I just put a bunch of just plates all around and some different translucent colored tiles to kind of add just that technological, that overall like button look layout. And then these are completely just not connected to the build, but I built 2 variations of these actually, or pretty much the same thing but with 2 different control panels, and then they go in between this main control panel here. So I experimented with a bunch of little snot techniques and to kind of overall up my skill with it. So I think with that it did come out pretty good a little bit. And then over here we have another control panel that is completely it's not Technique, so it's just laying there. It'll move if I move the build too much, but overall I think the scene came out really well. And I think with the wall detail, I tried to make it symmetrical, you know, have same things on the other side, but I want to have some differences as well. So like these two are different, but overall still kind of have the same look. And then we have some vents back here. I used 4 of these spring shooter pieces to add some detail to the wall, and then I built just using plates the opposite of the spring-loaded shooters. So whereas it goes dark bluish gray to light bluish gray, then light bluish gray to dark bluish gray. So definitely a nice touch there, and I'm glad I added that. So it gave the wall some more detail and a little bit of extra color rather than just it looking light bluish gray. So overall, like I said, I'm very proud on how the scene came out, and it looks very nice in diorama form. And it kind of gives me, my inspiration was kind of like the Bad Batch when they first arrived to Fort Anaxis and got orders, you know, from Commander Cody and Anakin, stuff like that. So that was my inspiration. That's why I have them all like standing like this in like a squad form, and especially with the leader up front. So definitely came out very nice. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like button to show your support, and hit the subscribe button while you're at it. Turn on post notifications so you know when I upload and you don't miss a video. I hope you all have an amazing day, and until next time, peace.